There's one reason why all you lot are standing here, and that's because this man and his team saved my life.
So my name is Stuart Plumley. I am a critical care paramedic for South East Coast Ambulance Service, HEMS paramedic for Air Ambulance Charity Kent, Surrey and Sussex. We got a job to a yard where we were informed someone was trapped in a cutting machine. You know, we used to road traffic accidents and all of those sort of things, but industrial accidents are usually quite unique. And this was exactly that. We arrived at scene, and sadly we could see John, who had been dragged into this wood cutting machine, and he was really wedged in there. From what I remember, he was conscious, but in obvious discomfort. The priority was we got to get him out.
Like most people in these big life-changing accidents, didn't think anything was different or anything would happen to me. And then, so working on a machine, there was a slight fault on the machine that we didn't know about, and I ended up getting caught up in it and basically getting crushed.
The way he was laying on his front, and he had some drill bits that hadn't penetrated him but were pushing against his skin, and we couldn't pull him out. So, working alongside ambulance colleagues and fire service, we just had to work a way of what we can cut, the fire brigade of what they can cut, what we can move and what we can take apart. And it was just a complex job. And for me, I remember there was a moment where I thought, I'm really worried that we're not going to get him out.
Good to see you, man. Right.
There's not many advantages of being little, and I'm only a little fella, but what I could do, I could get my arm into where the chucks were and where the drill bits were, and I could just manage to release all the drill bits, and they sort of fell out, and that just gave us about a couple of inches to move John out, get him on a stretcher, and then really reassess him properly.
Due to that accident, it kind of it was life changing. I mean, I had multiple injuries, spent quite a long time in hospital, and at one point I had to be resussed. So yeah, really life changing, and it's given me a freedom to think almost like, what the hell? If you want to go for something, you really need to go for it, because as I found out, life can be very short. And I feel almost quite privileged, which is a weird thing to say, to have had this thing happen to me, to make me think about life and mortality and all those kind of things that we don't tend to think about on a sort of a daily basis, and we get kind of trapped in a life of your mortgage and your pension and your everyday kind of life stuff that you forget to live.
John came and visited us at a base probably about a year later. He was just on his early stages of recovery. It's always great to see former patients. It just puts a smile on your face. And then, didn't see John for many years.
The funny thing is, because of what happened to me, my sister actually became an ambulance driver. Coincidentally, ended up on the same job as Stuart.
And his sister was on scene and started to talk to me about who she was and how she knew me, and we had a little conversation, and something, should we get in touch? Should I give John a ring? And and hard, and you're never really sure. But we did make contact, and it was an incredible, great conversation on the phone. We chatted for a long time on the phone actually about stuff, and I realised what John had been doing, and it, how he's changed his life, and this was such a life-changing period for John. And the fact that he's found so much positivity to go and do the Blue Reef Festival, and then that positivity ripples out to many, many others is just a lovely thing.
KSS, I mean, honestly, without them, well, I mean, it's all the emergency services really. They were all there, police, fire, ambulance, but the air ambulance is charity. I think they get a small amount of government backing, but they need to be supported. And because of what's happened to me, and I probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them now. The festival definitely wouldn't exist if it wasn't for them now. So I feel that, you know, I don't need to, I want to really help, raise awareness, and do whatever I can.
You may need these guys one day. And we've got collection buckets all around. So if you're going to buy a pint, why don't you buy a pint for the air ambulance?
To be on stage at Blue Reef, it's a very odd feeling anyway. To be in front of that many people straight away is, you know, just that in itself is odd. Not many people in their lives stand up in front of thousands of people.
Yeah, yeah. You know, we were used to working under pressure, but that was a different thing altogether.
Can I pass you over to Stu, who wants to say a few words too? Thank you, guys.
Hello, I'm on the stage with Top Loader. How cool is that? Amazing. And you're looking a lot better than when I saw you last time. So I just want to say thank you. Thanks for the support. Thanks for my colleagues from the ambulance service, Kent Fire and Rescue, who also looked after John. I hope you have a lovely evening, and thanks for your support. Take care.
It was lucky as well because I wanted to get involved with helping the air ambulance with the festival, and went up to Rochester, and luckily for me, Stu was there. Funnily enough, when the helicopter flew in while we were there, and the guy that got out was one of the guys in A&E that at King's College when I went in there as well. So we had all these weird coincidences in a very short period of time, and so yeah, it was lovely, and yeah, and hopefully I'll go on being Stu's friend for forever.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a special. You know, it's a special relationship for me, you know, seeing a former patient come back, seeing the great work, having the conversations, and then becoming, you know, friends as a result is just lovely. It's a really nice
and that's how it should be,
and you know, could get quite emotional, couldn't it?
Yeah, it could. Oh, easily, you know? Yeah, it does.
You know, it's and it's just so nice to see, and like I say, all the smiles and, you know, so much good that's come out of something bad. Yeah, it's a great relationship. Long may it continue. You can support KSS by going to the website, and that is aakss.org.uk. On the website there's former patient stories, there's how to fundraise, how to get involved, be part of the air ambulance community. Come and join us, come and have some fun with us. But also remember, you're all lifesavers.